Envision the boldness of covert dealings, enigmatic financial flows, and ulterior intentions concealed behind each glitzy grin. The charge that young Jock is making is so explosive that it will likely spark a firestorm on the internet. The once faithful partner, Kendra, is accused of embezzling an incredible $5 million from the Jock. Is it not unbelievable? Put everything on hold and pay close attention. A controversy that has already destroyed the appearance of sparkle and glamour is not your usual celebrity drama. Were you ready to explore this controversy's dark corners? We're going to find surprising proof, wild claims, and the truth behind the whispers, so hold on to your hats and keep your eyes open. We'll be revealing the dark underbelly of betrayal, deceit, and scandal that might bring down an empire tonight. So stay tuned as we uncover this explosive story that could redefine celebrity treachery forever. A fresh controversy has emerged that will leave even the most jaded gossip enthusiasts panting for breath in a world where trust is as uncommon as a genuine smile on the red carpet. The evidence supporting young Jock's shocking claim that Kendra stole his $5 million is just astounding, and we're going into it in great detail today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the enlightening expose that will entirely change the way you think about high-stakes treachery and celebrity devotion. Extravagant lifestyles and an exaggerated public image, yet beneath the glistening exterior of prosperity and success, sinister truths have been seething beneath the surface. Recently, Jock's public character has been rocked by claims that undermine his reputation for loyalty, trust, and camaraderie. Kendra, who was formerly commended for her grace and elegance, but is currently involved in a scandal that raises suspicions of financial dishonesty and treachery, is at the heart of this whirlpool. As word spread on social media about an enigmatic bank transfer and private meetings, the rumor mill got going. Allegedly, large sums of money were being moved out of Jock's accounts, and Kendra was at last the center of attention. Was it possible that the woman who had supported Jock in the past was now to blame for his financial demise? The allegations are shocking. Jock is devastated by the financial setback and the treachery as Kendra is accused of embezzling a cool $5 million. Let's take a little look back. The association of both names with scandal is not new. In the past, disagreements about lavish spending have damaged young Jock's reputation and questionable economic decisions. Kendra has also drawn criticism, but usually for far less vulgar reasons. However, the scenario has evolved considerably. It now concerns cold hard money, secret transactions, and an irreparably harmed trust rather than trivial misunderstandings or miscommunications. Imagine the surprise when you find out that someone you thought would be your lifetime spouse is actually plotting a financial coup behind your back. According to stolen documents allegedly taken from an unidentified insider's report, that is the predicament we are in right now. These documents, which have not been verified by any official source, are making the rounds on several platforms, claiming to show strange money trails that directly link Kendra. This has generated a lot of discussion among both reviewers and fans. According to some, it's all a planned publicity gimmick, a theatrical attempt to maintain the public's interest in these celebrities and guarantee that their names are always in the news. Others, on the other hand, are certain that this is an instance of true treachery, a carefully thought-out theft in which trust served as the currency, and that Kendra was the most successful criminal to carry out this crime. Even though they are disjointed and often contradictory, the informational snippets depict the relationship breaking down due to ulterior motives. They imply a meticulously planned strategy carried out by a skilled individual. Act. Could this well-known romance have been motivated by desperation, greed, or something darker and more sinister? Narratives of clandestine gatherings in dark parking lots, whispered phone conversations that ended abruptly when a person passed by, and even coded text messages that alluded to significant transactions and money laundering. The scandal struck like a tidal wave as Jock was getting ready for a major project, a much-anticipated album release, and several exclusive collaborations. Was it a leak? The timing begs the question, was it an attempt to coerce Jock into a long-running power struggle, Or was it a desperate attempt by Kendra to obtain financial advantage? In the fiercely competitive entertainment sector, where even the smallest suggestion of treachery can have career-ending repercussions, the ramifications are profound. Have disastrous results. Our inquiry revealed a web of connections and commercial transactions that extend well beyond the confines of a simple family conflict. A network of financial irregularities is hinted at by people close to the matter, suggesting that this scandal might just be the start. The emergence of allegations of embezzled funds, offshore accounts, and dubious commercial endeavors has further exacerbated an already difficult situation. Is it possible that Kendra's purported behavior is a component of a bigger plot to influence the celebrity finance sector? Ecosystem. Only time will tell, but let's speak about the man at the center of the storm. Young Jock, who has never shied away from controversy and is known for his unvarnished attitude and no-holds-barred approach to life. The entertainment and music industry was rocked by his most recent outburst, in which he accused Kendra of a betrayal that was both bold and financially ruinous. Regardless of whether one views Jock as a resentful guy or as a hero protecting against the sea, his charges are given more weight due to his reputation for revealing hidden facts and pointing out perceived injustice. It becomes clear that this is not a black and white story as we peel back the layers of the scandal. Our presumptions about loyalty and trust in the celebrity world are called into question by the story's many ambiguities, paradoxes, and surprising turns. It seems like every fresh piece of evidence creates more questions than it resolves. What would cause Kendra, who had previously appeared to be Jock's steadfast ally, to act in such an extreme manner? What outside forces or personal goals would have motivated her to do what many are accused of? The issue remains, is this a genuine tale of financial treachery that will forever alter the nature of celebrity relationships, or is it merely another contrived drama to keep the audience interested? Keep checking back because the truth will undoubtedly be more startling than you could have ever guessed when we uncover the scandal's many facets. We will look at every shard of evidence, decipher every coded message, and interview anonymous sources who say they witnessed the events firsthand in the sections that follow. The layers of this story unrolled into a tapestry of startling facts and unsolved questions as the evidence mounted. Remember that everything has a cost, and that nothing is as it seems in the glamorous world of celebrity. The consequences of this crisis are just beginning, and the battle lines have already been established. Get ready for what comes next, which will immerse you in the web of deceit, betrayal, and hidden riches that characterize this gripping tale. Whispered talks and anonymous finance records indicated that private meetings were held in exclusive. There were instances where what many today see to be a well-thought-out betrayal was built on coded language and whispered ideas. Millions of cash went into offshore accounts in mysterious transfers, according to leaked bank statements that were allegedly taken out of safe vaults. In cryptic recollection, one insider, who identified himself as the Watcher, said, "I've seen figures that defy logic and money vanishing as if it were nothing more than smoke." It's a financial ghost story come to life in darkened back rooms and secluded corners of luxurious hotels. An urgent conversation was captured in a short audio clip, which said, "If this goes public, we're done for. We need to act before the heat turns up." These bits of information have stirred up a lot of speculative activity on social media, with every cryptic phrase being examined for hidden meaning. Screenshots of purported transactions are increasingly fueling arguments in online communities. Voices captured on devices hidden from prying eyes described burying traces and locking the bag in tones that suggested this was a planned, intentional action rather than merely a case of bad management. Critics of the developing story have not held back, with some contending that these disclosures indicate a more profound issue with the financial apparatus of celebrities. Numerous users have been questioning how someone could so severely break trust as a result of the hazy photos and history of Secret Rendezvous, which celebrates treachery and fury. Echoing the feelings of a worldwide audience captivated by the controversy, one tweet requested, Cynical views implying that this could be a complex ploy to divert attention from more profound problems in the celebrity finance apparatus are among the comments. Speaking anonymously, a seasoned financial analyst noted that transparency is a must in high-stakes situations. The integrity of the entire business is seriously called into doubt when funds are diverted without justification. As the public grapples with the notion that this isn't a singular act of treachery, but rather a component of a wider network of financial frauds amid the flood of information leaks, these observations have gained widespread relevance. Based on papers and overheard tidbits, insiders close to the key players have begun to make startling admissions. A former coworker, who wished to remain anonymous, recalls late-night meetings in which tensions were high and every discussion had a sense of urgency. They disclosed that their story depicts an inner circle in which the boundaries between ambition and loyalty were virtually blurred and trust was frequently betrayed. In the meantime, the public's reaction has been nothing less than. As people examine every detail with the fervor of amateur investigators, forums are ablaze with heated debates. Some steadfastly believe that the evidence unequivocally shows a deliberate treachery and a sophisticated scheme to pilfer a fortune, leaving nothing but a financial ruin in its wake. However, others hypothesize that this controversy might be a smokescreen used to divert attention away from other equally damaging problems. One forum post questioned whether we are seeing a high-stakes game of chance or whether this is truly about a money robbery. Misdirection. As the public's thirst for information gets more and more ravenous across the media landscape, such queries have further heightened the fascination. Prominent gossip sites have latched upon every stolen memo and cryptic letter, adding gasoline to the fire as the drama has been further heightened by spectacular headlines and viral videos. Analysts debate the reasons for the purported money diversion, with some hypothesizing that it could be a last-ditch effort by one party to gain more influence at the expense of the other. One well-known columnist claims that these articles, which have been circulated on many platforms, have transformed what may have been a private internal dispute into a dramatic public event. Behind the contrived facade of public appearances, however, the fallout from the controversy is already being felt. Industry insiders are speculating about canceled endorsements, and sponsorships are in danger. The tale of dishonesty has now entwined the reputations of all involved, and each public comment is scrutinized for indications of. Rumor has it that the alleged embezzlement may have been ongoing for years, hidden behind layers of complex financial transactions and well-written cover tales. A scandal of this magnitude, according to one insider, is like throwing a stone into a pond. The repercussions are far more extensive than anyone could have imagined. Digital archives that contain communications indicating a lengthy history of questionable financial activities have emerged, further complicating the situation. A recurrent motive in the middle of the mayhem is the terrible consequence of betrayed trust. The underlying question at the heart of this scandal is how allegiance can be so readily broken in a society where outward appearances are crucial. Many have been prompted by this revelation to scrutinize past events and conflicts, raising the possibility that what we are seeing is not a single act of betrayal, but rather the result of a string of wrongdoings. Ambition and the corrosive tendency of dishonesty serve to further the notion that, in the glittering world of celebrity, even the greatest connections can break down because of betrayal and greed. There is a great deal of disagreement among the public. Some believe that the events were a blatant case of betrayal, a premeditated heist that wrecked one partner financially and emotionally, while others are dubious and caution against making judgments based on information that is as sensational as it is fractured. The intricate network of financial scheming, clandestine meetings, and secret recording raises the possibility that the truth is hidden beneath a thick layer of deceit and meticulously crafted stories. In a society where purposeful leaks and media manipulation rule, truth frequently suffers the first casualty. However, as the story continues to gain traction, this prudence does nothing to stop the fierce debate that now characterizes the controversy. Every fresh piece of information merely heightens the mystery, posing more queries than it resolves. And as public scrutiny grows, the strain on all concerned parties becomes unbearable, and each whispered secret and covert transaction is a vital key to unlocking an intriguing yet unnerving enigma. With every new revelation, the stakes get higher, and the full scope of the betrayal, if it happens, promises to alter our perception of trust in the quick-paced world of celebrity finance. The continuous debate among financial experts and industry insiders, as well as the increasingly vigilant public, guarantees that no detail will be missed. This crisis is far from being ended, as evidenced by the steady stream of information and the evident outrage of a concerned public. One can't help but wonder what surprises are in store given the growing body of information and the increasingly heated arguments. We are currently on the verge of revelation as each leaked document and private conversation leads us deeper into a complicated and combustible story. Don't assume that the scandal will simply go away. The consequences of this purported $5 million betrayal have blown up. Becomes a serious crisis with consequences that extend well beyond individual resentment. In addition to upending the foundations of Kendra and young Jock's once glistening empire, the shockwaves have set off a series of events that have the potential to fundamentally alter the field of celebrity finance. A person close to Jock's inner circle says that documents showing deliberate financial wrongdoing are being circulated, and rumors of impending lawsuits are growing louder by the hour. Investigated by legal firms renowned for taking on the most complicated issues, this is a possible legal quagmire rather than merely a disagreement between two well-known people. A judicial drama involving allegations of fraudulent transactions and manipulated accounts could be lurking behind every dramatic headline, according to one source. The government seems to have noticed as well, and there are reports that federal authorities are looking closely at the financial discrepancies because they may be able to start an inquiry into. According to a reliable source, regulatory bodies become aware of a breach of financial trust as well as a personal betrayal when millions of people disappear without a trace. Imagine the consequences if a government probe leads to a cascade of new accusations, entangling all parties in a scandal that transcends celebrity whispers and delves into grave financial malfeasance. Social media is rife with ludicrous claims, and the public pushback has been equally unrelenting as the legal and regulatory demands increase. In a period of hypertransparency, where even the smallest indication of financial misconduct is confronted with prompt and harsh judgment, the severity of these responses reflects a larger sentiment. Every bit of proof is criticized by both fans and major sponsors, and tweets and comments are sent in a flurry of incredulity and outrage. According to one widely shared post, this is a betrayal of public confidence rather than merely a celebrity dispute. Another comment asked, if your partner can steal millions of dollars behind your back, what does that say about loyalty in today's world? In a world where every public move is magnified 100-fold, even a hint of impropriety can cause an avalanche of corporate distancing beyond the public eye, said an entertainment business veteran. Former business associates who were keen to capitalize on the success of celebrities are now reevaluating their partnerships. According to rumors, if the issue worsens, several known sponsorships may be in danger. Industry insiders worry that when trust wanes, the impact might trigger a wave of resignations and contract terminations. In boardrooms and courtrooms, the personal toll on Kendra and the young Jock, who is renowned for his unflinching bravado, is becoming brutally evident. Both are apparently suffering from the scandal's emotional and psychological toll, according to sources. The Jock's carefully manicured public image, which was once praised as a self-made symbol of success and tenacity, has been upended by the betrayal, which goes beyond simple financial loss. The Jock is currently under siege, battling for both his reputation and financial future, while Kendra, who was formerly admired for her grace and elegance, is now the. Rumors of internal power struggles have emerged amid the commotion, prompting some to hypothesize that this incident was a deliberate attempt to transfer control over profitable commercial holdings. According to these speculations, a close-knit group of high-stakes financial players is engaged in a covert struggle for supremacy behind the public drama. Her reputation has been damaged by accusations of dishonesty and greed, and she is now frantically trying to put together a defense against a torrent of criticism. The long-term effects of a scandal of this magnitude are now being discussed by financial experts. They argue that the business as a whole may be stifled if public confidence in celebrities' financial transactions declines. The suspicion and fascination that surround every leaked memo and whispered discussion are only heightened by the possibility that this incident is a part of a broader, more deliberate plan, according to an unidentified source, adding another level of complexity. Media outlets have jumped on every turn with unrestrained zeal in the midst of these spiraling crises. The internet is filled with sensational headlines, each one more dramatic than the previous. The story has become a never-ending battle between statements of defiance and incriminating evidence. According to one analyst, this erodes trust in the system as a whole, which may lead to more stringent oversight of upcoming transactions and more significant economic repercussions for the entertainment industry, which is already notoriously volatile and high risk. Early signs suggest that the scandal is beginning to have a lasting impact on society as a whole, and conversations about celebrity ethics, responsibility, and the destructive consequences of unchecked ambition have taken center stage in the media. Audiences are left wondering by counterclaims whether a rush of contradicting information is intentionally obscuring the truth. The mystery grows with each fresh leak and casual remark made by an industry insider, and the public's fervor is only growing. There is little doubt that the effects of this scandal will be felt for years to come as the wheels of justice and public opinion continue to move. The industry as a whole is preparing for a reckoning, and the personal and professional lives of those involved are on the line. People are talking about what young Jock and Kendra did, as well as what their controversy means for the ideals of our society in town hall meetings, podcasts, and even informal dinner talks. Will young Jock come out in the end? The solutions remain tantalizingly unattainable, concealed behind a curtain of secrecy, legal wrangling, and calculated deception. One can only anticipate that the impact will worsen as investigations continue and more information becomes available. A confrontation that may rewrite the rules of celebrity is imminent after the incident has already caused a flurry of controversy. This horrible event will forever characterize his legacy as a martyr of betrayal. Or will Kendra be able to change who she is and use the criticism from the public as a springboard for a spectacular return? One issue still stands while we await additional information. In a society where loyalty is a commodity and money talks, how much are we ready to pay for the truth? The next chapter promises to be as unpredictable as it is dramatic, with the roots of trust broken and the once stable world of celebrity finance in ruins. The ramifications of this story are only beginning to be revealed, so prepare yourself for the next round of disclosures. Okay, those who are interested in the truth, we have exposed one of the most explosive controversies in the world of celebrities. Past, but we need your thoughts now. Is young Jock using the story to cover up his errors, or is Kendra being callous in this betrayal? Click like and share this video with everyone you know if you're startled, indignant, or even a bit skeptical about what you just saw. We are able to clarify the ambiguous parts of this controversy with each click, share, and remark. Our next in-depth examination of the reality behind the headlines is driven by your participation. We rely on you, so please remember to hit the notification bell and subscribe. This is a wake-up call about the brittleness of trust and the high cost of betrayal in the glamorous world of celebrity, and it goes beyond celebrity drama. As we look at the upcoming chapter of this crazy tale, your voice is a crucial component of this discussion. There is still a lot of dirt to be found, and we are only beginning. How do you feel about the purported misuse of $5 million? Is Juke manipulating us all by switching the roles? Or is Kendra truly the mastermind behind this financial heist? Let's talk about this. We appreciate your time, and we hope you return soon for more startling disclosures that will upend the fundamental underpinnings of celebrity society. Keep an eye out, maintain your skepticism, and hold people accountable in a society where loyalty is scarce and money talks. I'll see you in the next video.